Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Laura Train Mama. Today we are having a look at the first story contained within this Thomas and Friends magazine. It's from the 7th of July, 1990. The story we're looking at today is called Edward and the Campers. Enjoy. Edward is a kind engine. He never bumps his trucks or coaches. He rarely argues with the other engines and always has a friendly word to say to everyone. Edward has his own branch line on the island of Sodor, of which he is very proud. Edward is happiest when he pulls passenger trains on his branch line. Edward's branch line runs over hills and through some beautiful woods. There are rabbits and foxes, hedgehogs and badgers, deers and many birds living there. One morning, Edward came to his first station near the mainline junction. Two young people from the mainland were waiting on the platform for his train. They had big backpacks with all kinds of things on them, like pots and a kettle and something rolled up on the top. They would have to put them in the guard's van. "I wonder where they are going with all that luggage," said Edward. "They must be going camping," replied Edward's driver. Edward continued on his way. One of the stations on his branch line is just on the edge of the big woods. This is where the campers decided to get off. They put their packs on their backs and set off on the footpath that led into the woods. "I hope they don't get lost," said Edward's driver. The next day, as Edward was passing the woods, he saw smoke coming from behind the trees. "Is that a campfire?" shouted Edward's driver to the fireman. "There's too much smoke for a campfire," said Edward's driver. "It looks like it's a forest fire." At the little station by the woods, the driver raised the alarm. The fire was burning quite strongly and was too hot to approach. Harold the helicopter was called to help put the fire out. He had a special tank full of water attached to him. By hovering over the flames and pouring out the water, Harold was soon able to put out the fire. The two campers both looked very worried. The campers had started the fire by accident. "We thought our campfire was put out," they explained. When the policeman arrived, he was very cross. "You must be more careful when lighting campfires in a forest in future," he said sternly. Everyone was pleased that Harold saved their woods. The end. That brings us to the end of the story, Edward and the Campers. I think that in future they have learnt their lesson. Do you? I really hope that you enjoyed listening along with me today, and if you did, please don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps me out. And why not join us again tomorrow where I'll cover story number 2. Have a great day.